Out of the escalating trade war with China and those mixed messages from the White House, President Trump is now signaling new tariffs on electronics after carving out exceptions last week. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is at the White House. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. And this one has sparked a lot of confusion. The Trump administration putting in place exemptions for some electronics like smartphones and laptops. But now the president suggesting that those are only temporary and that even more tariffs are on the way. This morning, White House whiplash. Just days after excluding smartphones, computers, and other electronics from the new steep tariffs imposed on China, the president suggesting those exemptions are temporary. On Air Force One, the president asked about the mixed signals.
There's some ambiguity, or at least some questions about whether there were exceptions or exemptions.
There shouldn't be ambiguity. We have a tremendous country.
And now promising to impose even more tariffs on semiconductors and chips, which are essential to power everything from cell phones to cars.
Like we did with steel, like we did with automobiles, like we did with aluminum, which are now fully on. We'll be doing that with semiconductors, with chips, and numerous other things. And that'll take place in the very near future.
The majority of Apple iPhones are assembled in China, and without an exemption to Trump's massive 145% tariff on Chinese goods, financial services firm UBS estimates the cost of a new iPhone 16 Pro Max could skyrocket by $950. The president says America should no longer rely on China to manufacture those products.
We want to make our chips and semiconductors and other things in our country.
But experts warn that could take time.
China is very intertwined with our economy, and it's very hard to find easy substitutes to many of these imports.
And this morning, China is retaliating, halting exports of magnets critical to the assembly of American cars and other electronics, from drones to robots. As the president reveals another target in his ongoing trade war, prescription drugs made outside the United States.
We want to make our drugs in this country, and by placing a tariff on the companies that are not in this country, they're going to move into our country.
The raw ingredients of almost all medications are made overseas. Experts say the move could drive up prices for over-the-counter drugs like ibuprofen and even lead to shortages. Democrats warning of the impact, saying the president's on and off again tariff strategy is only sparking confusion.
Look, there is no tariff policy. It's just all chaos and corruption. That's all we have going on.
So over the weekend, the president said he would be releasing more details, more specifics about those new tariffs sometime today. And in just a few hours, the president will also be meeting with the president of El Salvador, who is here in Washington. He has become critical to this administration's mass deportation plan. Michael.
All this has been really confusing. Rachel, thank you for that.